Stephen. How are you?
Hey, Carissa, great. Absolutely happy. Not working today and happy to talk to you.
Well, happy to talk to you too. One of my favorites on one of my favorite shows. What's better than that?
We're there.
And has it been a while since you've worked with Alan? I'm sure you stayed friends.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been a while. I was able to be directed and work with him as actor on his Comic-Con show
All
uh,
right.
that he had for a while. And so I went over and played with him on that. And that's been a while. But I think we've done a couple of the same animation projects. So we've kept in touch that way. And I was thrilled to be called by him uh, to come in and play dad. And I said, Alien Dad? And he said, Yes. And I said, I'm in.
It was written for you, wasn't it?
I think so. I
Yeah,
think
I think so. I mean, I can't think of anybody who would have been better in this role
so.
than you.
Well,
And the
thank
two of
you.
you together are, of course, gold.
Oh, it's so fun. So fun to play with him. It always has been.
And Ed's a kind of a nightmare father. And
Kind of.
yeah, he does everything that we all know, which is what I love about Resident Alien, how it's so incredibly human,
Uh-huh.
from favoring the other child, regardless of what the other child did, fiddling with
Hmm.
the thermostat, just making him feel small. What do you make of him arriving at this point in Harry's emotional evolution? I assume you're watching the show because everybody should be
Oh,
watching it.
of course. No, I watched it from the beginning and loved it. Loved the other actors on the show as well. I was able
Yes.
to see my friend Alice Wetterland too, who we did. Mike and Dave had wedding dates. We did that together in Hawaii, so it was nice to see her in person again. Um, but what I think the crux of this show is for my character as an alien is like asking, are you going to be a human or are you going to be an alien? Because there are two different ethics happening there. And obviously, I would like him to come back and be an alien and go ahead and kill all these people. And I think it's a little bit too late for him because he's been a human for a while. And that's the crux of the difference between them now. Not that they probably didn't have the same kind of problems when they were on the same planet together.
But the Greys are trying to get souls. So it seems like there's a larger conspiracy out there for the aliens. They're seeing something in humanity that they want to be a
Mhm.
part of.
Sure. And even in this show, he says, "Yeah, I'm a human now, and I have a soul." So that's something that he's believing in as well.
So there's so much comedy in Ed's cruelty. And yet, like I said, this is a show about the human condition. So how did you
It
find
is.
that balance between making him funny and yet still really emotionally dark?
I think that's what I've been drawn to um, lately because you get to walk the tightrope between the two. I walked it in Barry
Hmm.
because Barry was a violent show or it was a comedy, and it got to be more of a drama as we went along. But being able to switch back and forth um, is a great acting exercise, and I really wanted that challenge. Uh, I think for this character, there's not a lot of redeeming qualities in him, and I think he probably had the same bad dad that I am in this. And we get a little foreshadowing of that I like his brother better than him.
Isn't that sad though?
Yeah, it's
Did
so
you feel
sad.
that peak of, oh gosh, I almost feel terrible doing this? Because Harry's such a good alien, deep in his.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't think his dad cares at all about that. I think his dad cares about you were hired or persuaded to come down here and kill all these people. We haven't done it. What the heck? So eventually, 3 years later, I came and said, what's going on, pal? Um, so it's been fun to walk the line between comedy and drama. Yeah.
Did you get to wear the alien suit?
I did not, because the conceit of the show was having me to see me as a human, although I was able to do some alien hands, which made the nerd happy in me to get to wear at least alien hands.
Um, there's something really relatable about wanting your parents' approval, even when you know you shouldn't need it. Does any of that resonate with you?
I think it does with everybody. You want your parents' approval, you want your friends' approval. And I think Alan's character definitely wants his dad's approval, but has never gotten it. And it's a quite human part of the show. And I think in this episode he is more human than alien. So it's really, I mean, the writers have done a great job of mixing that up. Is are you human? Are you an alien? Uh, how are you going to resolve that difference?
Well, he resolved it by killing his dad
He does.
and saving Matt.
We
So,
can't say that, but
well, I'll
yes,
say
we'll
that
say it
after the
later.
fact.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
going to come after the fact. Do you
yes.
think that a part of him almost egged him on to do that? It almost seemed like he was tossing that so much dark energy into the room that he had to know. There's a
I think
possibility he may get me.
I think, and thinking as the dad, that he thinks of himself as so powerful and so all-encompassingly right that no, he had no clue at all that his son would end end him. I think the way I played it was no clue, just what? Bye.
Do you think, I mean, this is obviously sci-fi. Do you think there's any chance that we'll see more of Ed, maybe in flashbacks or?
Well, that I'm hoping that there'll be some kind of flashback when we're both on the planet together, and maybe we get to see the brother as well, and see that dynamic of them together earlier in life. I still think he's going to get dissed no matter what.
Okay, last question for you. You got to play
Mhm.
in the alien voice, which not many actors get to do on the show. And you got to say his son's name, that whatever it is.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh, how fun is it trying to make that happen?
So fun. And I specifically didn't ask how we were going to do that because I wanted to get to the place and then see what Alan wanted to do. And it literally was, well, I'm going to try my best to whatever you come up with, whether it's short or long, I'm going to try to come up with to be able to mimic that. And we did a short one, which was okay. And then we did that longer one, which I thought was much funnier. And he did a great job of mimicking it.
Yeah, it's always like one of my favorite parts when he does that because I just can't imagine being on set and trying to make that happen. So
Yeah,
fun.
if I'd thought about it, I couldn't. But I just went out and did it.
Great job. People are going to love this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
I so appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, Carlos.